Okay, as we have discussed earlier in part 1, that Robert Solow presented the model of growth, and it is based on the new classical framework. So, as we have said, it is based on the new classical framework. So that means more emphasis is given to the supply side instead of a demand side. A very little steps regarding the demand side has been discussed in Solow growth model. So, on the other hand, in case of Keynesian's framework, more emphasis is given to the aggregate demand side. Hence, in case of Solow model, more emphasis given to the supply side, or you can say aggregate supply side. So why a Solow model is supply side? As we have discussed in Harrod-Domer model, where they have mentioned two functions of investment. One, augmented productive capacity. Two, income generation. In Solow model, he ignores the role of second function of investment, which is income generation, because this function is basically belong to the aggregate demand side. This income, why? Because this income is generated due to demand. Solow ignores the role of this demand in his model, and he focused more on the supply side. So Solow model is purely a supply side version, and leads the analysis that from wherever we will start, according to him, the market forces will be effective regarding regarding getting the unique equilibrium. This model is based on the classical position. That's why, according to him, market itself makes the correction. So that's why, again here, no role of government is required in his model. And we have discussed the major difference. We have discussed the major differences between the Harrod and Domer model. So now we are going to discuss the function of Robert Solow model, from where we are able to make the growth equation in the end, after discussing the income is a function of capital and labor. So first we will discuss the basics of Solow growth model. So here we are going to, in this slide we are going to discuss the income is a function of capital and labor. What does it mean? It means that these two factors of production will determine the income in the economy. So here y is equal to AF, in brackets we have K and L. So A is the state of technology, which we assume A remains constant, means technology remains constant in his model, that he assumed in his model. And then Y, income or output, and K is capital, and L is labor. Now we will see these factors. Now we have to convert these factors in per capita terms. So in order to convert them into per capita term, we have to divide the equation with L. So Y divided by L. So that means it is like output per worker when we are going to divide the Y with L. So it means output per worker, A and F, K divided by L. That means it means that capital capital per worker, or capital labor ratio, you can say. And when we are going to divide the L with L, so then L will be cancelled out with L will be cancelled with each other. Now the leftover part of the equation will be YL, means output per worker, is equal to AF KL, means capital labor ratio. So here we have assumed that that A is constant. So that's why due to this reason, now in case of equation 4, because we assume that A is constant, so here our function over here in case of equation 4 is YL is the function of capital labor ratio. Output per worker is a function of capital labor ratio, because here we assume that A's technology is constant. So if we are going to for simplicity, if we are going to represent the YL output per worker with small y. Here I have to make the correction over here. So YL is represented by small y, and is the function of K. KL KL now we have denoted the KL, capital labor ratio, with small k. So just for simplicity we have done this thing. So then our function is y is the function of k, which is output worker, is the function of capital labor ratio. So this is the growth equation. This is our income as well. Now equation 5 shows the growth or output per unit of labor is the function of capital labor ratio, which is completely flexible. So this is the equation, and now in the next part I'm going to discuss with you the graphical representation of this